morning. Good morning. Oh, all this beautiful energy. I love it. And I'm so grateful to be here today. Thank you to Dr. Marilyn and Reverend Gay to make it possible for me to speak with you today. So I am just thrilled. And I wanted to say, what do you think of my outfit? Thank you, thank you. I 60s, and I also want to kind of look a little Renaissance-y because we're going to be talking about the personal Renaissance in our lives. So I have my little dragons here, and moon and stars, and all kinds of goodies. So this is an opportunity for me to really kind of share with you the fun and the experiences that I have when I talk about a personal Renaissance. And I got a few props, and we're gonna get a blessing, and we're gonna do all kinds of wonderful things. So hold on to your seats. We're going to go for it. So we are each brought into this world to accomplish our own personal goals. We look to the heroes in our lives to show us the way. Their noble actions lay a groundwork for not only what is possible on earth, knock on wood, but what is possible in spirit. Through their accomplishments and values, they lift us up past our limitations to our own personal renaissance. What's a hero? A man or woman who, despite all outward appearances, all odds against them, champion tirelessly for truth, justice, and the peaceful way. We honor heroes because they demonstrate the ideal, the summit, the finest of humanity. True heroes want the best for everyone. They blaze a trail of enlightenment and leave a legacy of faith. Heroes are the royalty of the world in which we live. Not only do they bless themselves, they also honor their neighbors and rejuvenate all of mankind. They symbolize all that is right and wonderful in the world. Such is the person I'm speaking about this morning, John Randolph Price. This is the man who honored and revered Ernest Holmes and complemented his teachings along with other New Thought notables such as the Fillmores, Emmett Fox, and Joel Goldsmith. John Price is a modern-day hero of New Thought, the champion of peace, the nobleman of spiritual principles. You may know him for his prosperity book, and I'm gonna pull that out right now. Okay, this is how I was introduced to John Price. The little itsy bitsy jewel that you see here, 40 days, it's a precious little book, and I thought, well, this is it. This is the whole world in a nutshell. But no. Dr. Marilyn and her classes introduced me to a whole variety of things that he's written. And there's more as well. But as you might be able to see, there's the spiritual philosophy, there's empowerment, there's self-mastery, and the one that I'm going to be focusing on today is the Alchemist Handbook. He takes in the history of the Renaissance and alchemy and interweaves it with spiritual growth and development, and I'd like to share some of that with you today. Thanks. John Price died in 2014 at the age of 82. He left a legacy of peaceful action with his numerous publications and his Cortis Foundation for spiritual research and communication, and it continues on today. He is best known for his World Healing Day. Is anybody familiar with that? It started in 1986. The end of the year, December 31st, everyone gets together at Greenwich time and does meditation on world peace. Well, it started off with 150 million people, and it has since grown to over 300 million. And those people who are keeping an eye on the different groups that are saying we are we are taking our time on December 31st and praying, and it just continues to keep growing and growing and growing. And through his efforts and through his peaceful, the connections and the way that he has done this outgrowth, it has helped to do many different peaceful things in the world, especially the removal of the Berlin Wall in 1989. And if you go to the website that talks about him, there's a whole list of things that they attribute his efforts to do in the world for peace. So John Price, to me, was a hero, a nobleman, and an alchemist. Through his actions and writing, he reigned supreme in his spiritual kingdom on earth, where he invited all to live in peace and harmony. And he reminds me of that legendary King Arthur. The outfit. Both Arthur and John imagined a renaissance of love, peace, and prosperity in their lands. Both inspired a dedicated group of advocates, such as Arthur's Round Table, to spread words of faith and comfort. Both used alchemical symbols and formulas to change the hearts of men from lead to gold, the ultimate alchemy of spirit. So, how can this alchemical transmutation be done? In John's own words, the purpose of the alchemical process is to bring about our personal renaissance by changing our thinking and feeling natures, moving up to a higher frequency in consciousness, and seeing what we want in life rather than what we do not want. We then see the infinite possibilities of life more abundantly, clean up the past, remove our ego projections on others, and think and feel rightly. We ultimately learn to enjoy our manifestations, but not to give them power to rule our lives. Truth is the goal. It's dynamic, forever unfolding. To receive truth, the mind must be unwrapped, challenged, and stretched. It then becomes receptive to the teachers of the master within and serves as an open channel for the expression of divine energies. So, what's the secret alchemical formula for this revelation? John uses ancient symbols to anchor the alchemical teachings, and I'm going to go over 3 symbols today. I'll share with you the sword, the flame, and the dragon. The sword, if I may, is here to remind us of our journey to enlightenment, our individual journey of enlightenment. This was depicted when Arthur removed the sword from the stone, and he was the only one that could remove it. The stone represents race consciousness, the fog and the confusion that the world can be in, that swirl of earthly materialism. He pulls out his individual sword and he takes responsibility for his life, as we all pull out our own individual swords and identify our own personal quests. And the sword is built of 3 different components. The bottom portion is the individual itself. The section across here for the handle is the experiences we have in this world. The ups, the downs, the teachings, the educations, the laughter, the joy, the happiness, all of that is here. And it is feeding up through the individual. And then we have the top portion. And that is the connection with spirit, that growth, that development, that direction to move yourself up higher and higher into realms that you never even knew existed. So this is the first alchemical symbol. The second one is the flame. And let's see if I can get this really quick. don't want to spend a long time lighting my fire, but you know how that can go. Okay, here we go. The flame. All right. So the flame has two components. Whoop, I need a new page. There's the light from it, and that removes the darkness of fear and unforgiveness and exposes divine grace underneath. And the second part of the flame is is the flame. So it's the light and it's the flame. And the flame melts the mask of race consciousness, thereby clearing the psyche of fog and distortion. So you become a light. Once you've taken up the sword and you're going through your own personal quest and journey, you then become a light. And you move forward with the flame and the light and the energy. And that is part of the flow that you get as you say yes to your own personal journey. And then, I'll have you hold that, is the third is the dragon. And I'm thinking, what the heck could be interesting about a dragon, a mythological creature? Well, the dragon is the symbol of enlightenment to the alchemist. The dragon's breath is the fiery force expressed by the mouth in the sound of s. It's the divine breath of transformation. Alchemists use it at the end of the power word, yes, to activate and energize their desired manifestation. So if you say no, because I've heard a lot of people say, well, no, well, doesn't that like cut your life and cut your forces and cut your energy? When you say yes, it moves you forward. It opens doors. It makes your life more enlightened and flows so much better. So the S, the dragon's fire and sound of S comes through. It's the highest physical expression of the alchemical process, and you too can use it liberally to acknowledge and receive your highest good. If you like, I brought some of these. If you'd like, we can pass them out. You can take an S for yourself and write down what you wish to say yes to today. Just pull one off, pop it in your pocket if you like, or pass it on. And just recognize what is yes in you, and you can write on there that magical dragon's breath. The ultimate yes is being spiritual truth. So when you write what you want on it, you can put it on a mirror as a bookmark. You can put it in your wallet, in your purse. Just a reminder to spirit that you're saying yes. Yes to your quest. Yes to your flame of energy. Yes to your growth. Yes to your enlightenment. Yes to this world that we live in. So now I ask you, are you ready to take your personal vow to achieve spiritual mastery and become metaphysical nobility? You all want to be metaphysical nobles? All right. To begin to live life as the child of God you are in truth? If so, got another one here. Here we go. Throw down your gauntlet and swear your fealty to this divine quest. Make a covenant with Spirit now. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm going to take this. All right, so draw your individual sword in your minds, showing your willingness to take your personal journey. Light your flame to always be bathed in the light of truth and say yes, to manifest your spiritual dreams. So here we go. I'm going to knight you all. Here we go. In the names of Arthur of Camelot and John of New Thought, I knight you all as the ambassadors, the crusaders of spiritual truth. With this vow, you will stay conscious, vigilant, and strong as you search for and reveal the natural world of peace, love, forgiveness, and understanding. Your ultimate responsibility is to live life fully during this incarnation and share your blessings with others. Now that you are knighted into this alchemical process, remember to stay in a state of prayer, grace, and peace all day long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your quest is to discover and share the delights of spirit with the world. As a token of your oath and fealty, I have another goodie. I just love goodies. What can I say? It makes me happy. Okay, here we go. My little alchemical bag. I think I got it at the Renaissance Fair years ago. Okay, here we go. It's an eraser, and it has the world on it. And this is an opportunity. I'll have some in the back of the room if you'd like to take one. Just acknowledging that you have made your oath to your journey in this world and to bring peace into this world. And having that little symbol with you, if you so desire, to just keep it on your desk. You can use it as an eraser, whatever, and just acknowledge what you've decided to do today for yourself. And if you like, you can write whatever it is, an affirmation, anything that you want to write as a reminder to yourself on the back. So if you'd like one of these, I'm going to have them in a basket in the back of the room. And enjoy, please. So I invite you to take a globe from the basket in the back of the sanctuary, if you like. And as John Price says, pray constantly, like there's no tomorrow. Because to pray once a night is not enough. And so it is. Thank you.